Should I reveal this on the internet? Oh, look at her quizzically. She doesn't want a record of her love for me. I put in 20 in cash, enough to get her a cab. I even give Brad a casual Oh, it's like sort of like hat hair, but it's like headphone hair. Hi, welcome to, is it day 6? Only day 6, I'm losing track of the days. I got about 1,400 words-ish that session, and I really liked where the scene went. Morning writing, what am I gonna tell you? I woke up at like 5:50, and then I was like, I'll just like do some planning for the week this morning, maybe like not even get any words in. And then I was like, no, I'll just do 30 minutes. Cause I had the time. I was like, what else am I gonna do? I'm still gonna be tired in 30 minutes. Like might as well get some writing done. Like that line I was talking about last night of, am I really needing the rest or am I just like being a little bit lazy? And it was definitely the lazy part. And I could have rested and it would have been great, but here we are. But I really did. I liked where that went. It just feels very strange because this is the 4th book I've written at this point, I think. And I've written a couple of short stories and a couple of films and stuff. But this is the 4th, like, full length. It's a very different experience because it just feels different than it has before, but the story is coming along very intuitively. Like, I'll come up to a point where I'm like, I don't know if this flows. And then the next sentence I'll be like, oh yeah, that actually does work. And kind of helps build the relationship that I like. It feels like the relationships are building in a way that I like, which is good. The time change is really messing with me though. It feels much like a different time than it is. I don't even know which way it went, but I mean, I do, but like, do I, you know? Anyway, yes, it's like 7:10 now. So I'm gonna get ready for the day. And I've been listening to an audiobook. I've been re-listening to Throne of Glass, which just does make me the most basic person on the planet. But listen, Elizabeth Evans, who narrates those books, is so good. And it's such like a good like fall atmospheric kind of listen, you know? And I am prepping for the release of Crescent City 3. I am a Sarah J. Maas girly. Are we shocked about that? That's not my whole personality, but I do unironically like the books. I do also unironically like, should I reveal this on the internet? I do unironically like Colleen Hoover for the most part. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The bedroom behavior scenes, not for me, not personally for me. I've currently been spending the last 30 minutes watching meal prep TikToks, so I think that means it's time for dinner.
Manon had to put her iron keys away to keep them from a saddlebag and tossed it to a Graxos, who unfurled yours. Tragic snowy mountain passes with fewer layers of clothes lying over the trees. These were only ordinary webs. But your face. To be similar, they are. The spider hissed, and the ground thudded as she peered. The rabbit was so sensual. The non-rose the mouth out. Tugging hard out. She snapped his ducky off. It tight and down. Behind her, past her in. But a three-note whistle interrupted Stuyvesant's bringing the Armada to the dead convict's father. The old man slid into it with a small groan. It was a miracle the back more than that. His men do not fit roaring from the islands. Human, they saw something standing on an outcrop.
Hi, me again. I am feeling very unmotivated. Just extremely. It's about 6, but it feels like it's 7 because of the time change, which is just wonderful. And the sun just sets even earlier, which we know how I feel about that. What I think I'm gonna do, I've also just been scrolling on the gram for, I don't even know how long. And that always puts me in such a horrible mood. So I don't know why I do it. I'm gonna soak a little bit without my phone. Do you hear me? Without my phone. What have we come to? The world. Maybe listening to an audiobook, which does include my phone now that I think about it, but you know what? It's fine. I also have another video that I need to edit that's not this video, but I also need to edit this video. But I haven't finished filming this video. It's a paradox. It's a paradox. Time doesn't exist. Anyway. Yeah. So that's the current plan.
Or alternatively, she thinks she is the last draft. This is when 12 and the armor are finally going to be talking about their first kill weekends. So I just need to do one more string of white and then whatever I get today. That was my first day. Well, let me know what you learned, either about yourself or your story. Or I did not know that this is how the armors. We start off with poison.
Wishing tattoos or scars or marks or anything. I take in their faces, scanning them, trying to read their innocence from the... I got like literally like 25 words away from 3,000 for the day, which that sounds good to me. So total for NaNoWriMo at this point, let me put in my numbers. I'm at 17,270 words. What is the par for today? Let's look it up. Okay, well, 7,000 above par, feeling great. It's really coming along. Like the story is feeling more real. I'm getting to this section that is kind of the debate. Like I'm about to get into Act 2, which is fine. I actually feel like maybe my Act 1 is even too long, like 20,000 words in Act 1. I guess 17,000 words in Act 1. No, that's about right, because if there's 20,000 in Act 1 and 20,000 in Act 3 and 40,000 in Act 2, Part 1 and 2, so there's like 20,000 per each act, that gives us about 80K, so that should be fine. I know I'm overwriting though at this point, like I am overwriting quite a bit. But I'm not mad about it because it's really helping me just like push through the story, and none of the sentences are like horrible, but I already know there's so much I can cut. Like I tend to elaborate more than I need to when I'm dictating. Like I tend to just like really pinpoint in on certain things that don't matter. But I think that that is part of my process, because if you pinpoint in on random things that don't matter, some of them end up mattering and some of them end up like leading me to a plot twist or leading me to a cool connection point between characters. And I don't know. Yeah, let me know in the comments what words you guys are at for like total. I kind of want to see where everybody's totals are at, and just I've seen a couple people that have been trying dictating. Some people it's going well for, some people it's not. And I'm so really interested to see how that goes for everybody if you end up trying it. So let me know, because might as well try it, because I mean, I feel like, again, like 80% of people it won't work for, but if you are the person that it does work for, like, get that bank. I honestly think, like I think this is just my common tune for the month. I think it's important to acknowledge that our brains are just like so fried from, if you're somebody who's using social media a lot, like the amount of instant gratification and instant like stimulus that we're getting from everything. Our brain likes those things because they're really easy and they give you a lot of rushes of dopamine. And writing is something that requires instinctively you to not be going, like scrolling, getting different things. It requires you to focus in on one topic and one idea and one course of ideas for longer. And so your brain is going to pull away from that because of how stimulated it is. And so I just have to remind myself of that, because it's always like, I just have to like get myself to write. And then once I'm in it, I'm like, this is great most of the time, unless it's an off day. And so I've actually been working on trying to not stimulate my brain so much, because it's actually like so bad for you. But today was not a great day for that. Like I was scrolling a lot today, and I'm trying to not do that because it just like makes me feel like garbage. And I know that, so I don't know why I keep doing it. Anyway, that was your little health, lifestyle, brain management tip for the day. That being said, I will see you tomorrow. Keep on keeping on.